Let's get comfy in this chair though. What's going on today? All right, welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am of course Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And today we're gonna get into some more Doug Stanhope today. All right, well, I've done only one Doug Stanhope, you know, he's got so much stuff out there that I haven't seen. And I was actually surprised, you know, when I went looking up all of his stuff that he's done, you know, on like IMDb and Wikipedia and all that. And I was actually surprised to see how many specials he has out, you know. Because, like, you know, he's not really considered to be so known in the mainstream world because he doesn't really care about that, I imagine. You know, if you listen to him talk, you know. But I've seen a couple of specials from him, and I've seen him do interviews, you know. I like his feel on everything that he says, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if he has these feelings about things like naturally or whether he just studies just for his show or something like that, which doesn't matter either way. But I just love what he has to say all the time, you know, and we're gonna get into one titled Nationalism from Doug Stanhope today. Now, I picked this title because, like I always tell y'all, if y'all know me, if you watch consistently, sometimes a very, very vague title can intrigue me a little bit, depending on how it sounds. And certain keywords that are in titles in a stand-up comedy bit could always, like, you know, trigger something in the brain a little bit. And when I saw nationalism, I'm like, oh boy, it's kind of, I want to hear what Doug has to say about this. And hopefully he has an interesting take on it, like he does with pretty much everything else he talks about. So we're gonna get into this one, like I said, Doug Stanhope on nationalism. And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, other than the good news of my man Russell Wilson getting the full go to play next week, I'm just kind of shaking and waiting for the game to come on Sunday. But right now, it's Thursday, stand-up day, and we're gonna check out some Doug Stanhope, like I said. Nationalism, right here on Eddie B TV. Let's get our laugh on one more game. Situated here, and here we go.
Nationalism does nothing but teach you how to hate people that you never met. And all of a sudden you take pride in accomplishments you had no part in whatsoever, and you brag about. Yeah.
That's true.
Like the Americans, you go, fuck the French. Fuck the French. If we hadn't have saved their ass in 2 world wars, they'd be speaking German right now. You go, oh, was that us? That was us? Was that me and you, Tommy? We saved the French? Jesus. I know I blacked out a little bit after that 4th shot of Jägermeister last night, but I don't remember. I know we went through the Wendy's drive-thru. We were gonna get one of them fresh cheddar sandwiches. It looked so alluring on the commercial, but then we ordered it and realized we had no money, and we had to ditch out before the second window. And those douchebags in line behind us with the bass music probably got our order, and we laughed about that, but I don't remember saving the French. I went through the last 10 calls on my cell phone, and there's nothing incoming or outgoing to the French looking for muscle on a project. I checked my pants. There's no mud stains on the knees from where we were garroting krauts in the trenches at Verdun. I think we didn't do anything but watch sports bloopers while we got hammered. I think we should shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Quiet down. Shut the fuck up.
Silly.
Shut it up. Man, oh man.
All that stuff. Tradition and heritage, it's dead people's baggage. Quit carrying it.
Yeah.
Did you make it up? No. It's passed on to me. Pass it back. Every immigration argument that you hear, they never come from a, like, well, how does it affect you personally? Well, you know, these immigrants, they come to our country, they burden our tax system. What they do is they come here and they get into our education system and our health care, and I gotta pay the taxes. My taxes have to pay that. Well, what the fuck are you doing to me? Every time you have a kid, because it's American, I should pull up a chaise lounge and wave a flag while 15 of those things come out of you? Oh, I can't wait to pay for these, they're American. I have a vasectomy and an abortion on my record, but I can't wait for all your fucking fat-headed Midwestern kids to come out of here. What are you, Catholic? Come on, be fruitful and multiply. Love it, love it. I'll get a second job. No, keep. Well, these immigrants, they don't speak the language. Then don't talk to them. I solved your problem. That was quick.
Straight up.
You know who speaks the language perfectly? Your next door neighbor. You've lived there 8.5 years. You've never said one fucking word to that guy. You avert eye contact should you check the mail at the same time. So why would you give a shit what the guy selling gnip-gnops in a cart in the park speaks? It's none of your fucking business.
What are gnip-gnops?
And all the cliched arguments like that, well, they're lazy, they're shiftless, and they're criminals, and all this. All those arguments go against the main cliched argument of they're taking American jobs. I live on the Mexican border. I live 7 miles off the Mexican border in a town, Bisbee, Arizona, a little town. I can go out any day and watch Border Patrol arresting these guys by the dozen, 11 at a time out of a Dodge Omni, like a clown car with plastic cuffs. And you're right, they don't speak the language, and they probably have no education. They don't have fucking shoes half the time. They're like barefoot and tattered castaway, like Gilligan's Island shorts, and a fucking dirty t-shirt, and they're dehydrated and wander in the desert for 4 days. And if that guy is as qualified for your job as you are, you're a fucking loser of such epic, humiliating proportions.
Yeah.
I would be ashamed to have anyone find out that guy took my job. He doesn't speak English. What, did they do your job training in pantomime, shithead? Oh, see, come on. Poink, poink. I see it, point, point. Crank, 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 crank. Oh, you're out of here, mullet head. That guy's not qualified. Fucking asshole, you should have tried harder. Nobody bitches about immigrants taking their job if that person has skills of any level.
That's real.
You don't hear fucking brain surgeons sitting around the Beverly Hills Hotel lounge. You know what really chaps my ass, Barry? Scandinavian fellas are coming over taking all our good neurosurgery positions. The Norwegians specifically. I say we down ourselves a bottle of Jack Daniels and go stomp us some Ouija ass. The first Ouija we see. Jump out of that Explorer and pound him.
Pound.
Fucking immigrants. All started with that Einstein. Once they brought him over from Germany and we didn't have any good genius jobs, it was a trickle-down effect.
I need a genius job. Oh, that's it. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, insightful. Very much so. Only the way Doug Stanhope can do it. All right, well, that was Doug Stanhope with Nationalism. Well, I mean, oh my goodness, like from the moment it started, man, he was just already spitting facts. It's like, what I'm trying to understand with each passing year, when I hear about another group getting offended or another group talking smack about something that they don't know what they're talking about, it's just like, now, I don't know a lot of things, okay? A lot of people in this world don't know a lot of things, okay? That's only a fact right there. But like, only the people who don't know things are the ones that talk the most shit. Like they talk the most nonsense, you know what I mean? And it always bugs me because like one thing that I always run into sometimes whenever I'm rambling on about something that I know about, because that's the only thing I ramble on about is things that I know or things that I might have an opinion on, but I always clarify, I know something about this or I want to know something about that. But only with the numbnuts in this world, or this country specifically, because I'll just talk about America, like only the people who don't know nothing are the only ones running their mouth. And now that social media exists, you know, those idiots get to keep running their mouths, and they actually have people who follow them and you know, whatever. Like if people follow me for any reason, like, or subscribe to me on YouTube or whatever, I just want you guys to know that I don't give advice. I don't say that I know things that I don't know. I only talk about what I feel or what I think, what my opinion is, what I would do if I was in that situation, and that's about it. But I don't really go over the top about trying to say I know things that I don't know. And it's like when you talk about, like I said, the people who are the ones who are doing all the talking, people who don't know nothing. And it's like those are the same people who are putting down those messages, you know, to their children, you know, and people in their family too. It's just like just shut your mouth, man. The people who know things are the ones that are in positions to do something about it. Not that really they're doing much about it either, you know, just based on what I see, read, and hear and all that. But, you know, it's like, why is it that the people, you know, I wish it was a little bit more of a reverse, you know, like the people who had the control of certain things in their hands are the ones that are running their mouths constantly. And everybody who don't know nothing, sit back, take some notes and learn a little something, you know, but hey, we don't really get it like that, do we? It's a pain in the ass. But it's just like, when people like talk about things from the past, like when we weren't even alive, people talk about things from way before they were even born, like they know something about it. Me, if I study something, then I'm gonna talk about what I studied, but I don't talk about things like I was there. You know, we got too many of that ignorance going on. And it's like, when I look at the world, like I don't hate anyone specifically. I love and hate equally because there's people all over this world that are good and people all over the world that are just bad and everything else in between, like I've said before. But it's like, if I run into a person that did me wrong, I'm not gonna emphasize that they're a man or a woman or black or whatever. I'm not gonna emphasize that. This is not a black person or a woman or a Mexican or a Russian, whatever. It's not that specific thing that did something to me. It was a human being that did something wrong to me. And I'm gonna hold that human being accountable. And I'm not gonna go after their whole country if they're not from here, of course. I'm not gonna go after their whole country because of what one person did to me. But you know, it's just like everyone else always just wants to blame the whole thing. Well, you know, these Chinese people or these Russians or these whoever. And it's just like, oh boy, does anyone know how to think correctly anymore? It's like, you know, I think that, you know, I'm in a room right now. But for all I know, in could be out. I'll just say it's out just because I say so and see if anyone believes me. So stupid how we do things here, you know. But when you talk about immigration though, I mean, I don't know much about immigration to tell you the truth. You know, I'm kind of in and out on certain things. Some things I understand, some things I don't. But when I think about everything that he just said in there, he was just like, oh, they burden our tax system. Not, yeah, well, Americans burden their tax system. Way more than I think any immigrants do. And that's just my opinion on that. You know, I might have to do some research. Somebody school me on it if you guys know. But then it's like, oh, they don't speak the language. I'm like, well, to be quite honest with you, if you really want a good history lesson, idiots out there who might be tuning in, we don't know the language either for the most part. Because the language is not English. This country was, you know, all Mexicans and Indians at one point, you know? So if you speak Spanish or you speak an Indian language of some kind, then you might speak the language. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about with that one. But then taking American jobs. Now that was a great point that he made, because it's like only people who like deal with like the so-called low-end jobs because they have no education, they don't have outstanding high-paying careers, they're the only ones that complain. I've never heard any successful surgeons talking about someone's coming over to take their job. And when he said it that way, it made total sense, because it's like, when you think about all the people who run their mouth, just think about what it is that they do and what it is that they're complaining about. And then you'll have a legitimate answer to all your questions and concerns. At least that's how I get my answers anyway. You know, I just look at a person, I listen to them talk, and I just go, okay, well, I don't feel you on that, but keep living your life. Just don't inconvenience me and we're all good, you know? But yeah, man, I just, you know, his whole take on things, it always makes me tune in because he's going to dissect the entire issue and he's going to put his spin on it the way Doug Stanhope does. He's got a cigarette in his hand and a drink, you know, and he just like being him, you know, and that's all really there is to it to that. I wish more people were at least expression-wise like Doug Stanhope and not so standoffish about telling certain people, hey, why don't you shut the hell up? You don't know what you're talking about. Because if they didn't know what they were talking about, maybe they would do something about it or be a piece of a larger group that does something about it. But I don't see that. Do you guys see that? Because I don't see that. But yeah, man, that was just a great bit from Doug Stanhope, man. And so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there. One more time. Doug Stanhope on Nationalism. And if you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. Like I'm always yakking. And saying and yakking and saying and doing. Yes. Well, that's gonna be a wrap on this one. This is gonna be Eddie B TV signing off one more game here. Doug Stanhope is only my second video from him. When I looked up and saw that there was so much more that I haven't seen from him, you know, I gotta really do some work and set aside some clips from him. If you guys got favorites, let me know. I definitely want to get to more of him. He's one of my favorites, but you know, even though I haven't seen everything from him, but I want to get to more of him. And there's a lot of, believe it or not, George Carlin is my favorite comedian of all time, but there's a lot of stuff from him I haven't even seen before or heard. And I gotta get around to that too, man. So yeah, man, hopefully I can get some more of that knowledge and we can both learn together if we don't know nothing about whatever the subject is. You know, I try to pay attention as much as I can, but some things just get too boring for me to hear because I have a numbnuts brain like that. I only ingest things that I like or want to hear. Selective, pretty much like a lot of us, right? But yeah, man, Doug Stanhope is one of the realest, man, and can't wait for the next special for him to come out, you know, from him to come out. So thank y'all for tuning in with me one more time to this. Hope y'all had a lot of fun reacting to some Doug Stanhope with me. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace.